Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today's Tuesday, it is January the 10th. So I hope you're doing great today. I am having a beautiful cup of tea this morning. It's from my Buddha box. It's rose and hibiscus. It's really, really nice. It's a beautiful dark tea and it's very fruity and delicious. And I hope you've got a cup of tea or coffee with you too. And I wanted to talk to you today about something that I think you maybe don't realize you've got the gift for. And it's something that I think we forget as older women, that we've had so much experience in our life that really can be useful. How do we best share that? You know, I don't know whether I've mentioned this to you before, but I worked in corporate America for many, many years. I worked for almost 20 years at Microsoft in Seattle. So I lived in Washington State for about 20 some years of my life. And I loved it. I mean, I had a really wonderful career there. Most of my friends today are still people I knew from Microsoft days, and it was a wonderful company. We went through a lot of different growth moments and lots of challenges, but I always had a great time and lots of challenging opportunities. And so and it's a very young culture. I mean, technology always has been a very young culture. So I was always the oldest person in the group, and never really even became an issue. We kind of all worked together and shared what we knew and our individual skills. But obviously, as I got a little older, I decided to make some changes, and I left the States and came back to the UK. And I worked in London for 2 years for Siemens. It was a fascinating project. It was launching a building, and I was responsible for the branding and all the website, social media. And I had a really, really fun time on that project. It was only a 2-year project. But I, after that, decided I was going to start 60 and Me. Now that actually is a whole other story that I can share with you at some time, but it was at the end of my corporate career that I decided to say goodbye to that routine and to move on to something I was passionate about. I wanted to start this community. I believed in it. I'm so glad I did, because here we are 4 years later, and really feeling that we're making a difference, and hopefully you agree, having a lot of fun. It's really, really great. So the point I was going to make here, though, is that all the time along my career, I've been, one of the older people in the group, and been kind of a mum figure to a lot of the younger women. But when I left my last job, I told a couple of the women in their 30s that I was going to be starting my own business and giving up my career and my salary and trying something new. And they all were just amazed. It was like, oh my goodness, they were thrilled, happy, excited for me. And one of them said, I wish that I had met you before, because I've been so worried all my life that getting older was going to be scary. That being an older woman I was going to be kind of discarded and not taken seriously. And here you are, Margaret, doing this really cool thing on your own. And it was really, really a moment of, sharing. And so it occurred to me when I got going with 60 and Me that there's a lot of things that, older women have got in terms of advice and recommendations to give to younger women. So we wrote an article on this topic and got lots of feedback. It was called 60 Things That Older Women Want Younger Women to Know. We published it on our website and also on Huffington Post, and it received a huge 20-some thousand Facebook likes. And many of the comments in response to the article were from younger people. So it made me realize that older women really do have the power and the inspiration to give younger women advice that they can consider or not. And some of the answers were just hilarious and so real. I mean, as soon as I start reading some of them, you'll totally get it, because they were really, really truthful. So this is comments from our 60 and Me community, and we put them together in this article, and here's what people said. Number 1, remember, you only have one life. This is not a dress rehearsal. How many times have you said that to yourself? But another thing, I'm not going to read all of these because there's obviously 60 of them, but you can read them in the article. I'll leave you the link, but they're very, very good. Another one said, remember that life can change in an instant. Boy, that's one that we all in our 60s know. Love all the stages of your life and fear none because they're all magical. Another one, life's too short to be worrying about the future. Live for today. Someone else said, be yourself. Age with grace. Another lady said, accept the changes in your body and in your mind as you grow older. Aging is profound. Don't worry about getting older. Worry about being boring. Someone else said, live simple, but save hard. This was a comment that came out a lot, saving hard. Exercise, read, and travel. Someone else said, don't obsess about wrinkles. When the lines start to show on your face, just think of them as the roadmap of your life. Treasure the simple things in your life. Don't overcomplicate things. Now, just to remind you, if you're just joining here, these are comments from older women to younger women. So it's advice and suggestions to women half their age. Learn to forgive at a younger age. Keep a close circle of women friends. It's essential. Here's another one from someone. Value your family. They will be there when others are not. They will sustain you through your life journey. Tell your partner, friends, and family that you love them every single day. Get out of a bad relationship fast. You can't change another person. Great piece of advice. Learn to laugh at yourself. Don't be so serious. If you have children, love them, but don't try to be a perfect mother. Be a warrior. Learn how to be resourceful and self-sufficient. Never stop learning and enhancing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Don't be afraid. When you get there, you'll be okay. Life and nature prepare you for each phase of life. It's not until you reach age 30 that you become a woman and really appreciate how beautiful you are. These are just a few. Every time I read these, I get goosebumps. There's a couple one here I missed. Take lots of photos. You will celebrate them with people you love when people you love are gone. I really like these. These were, words of advice to younger women. And I just feel like there was actually some that people gave which were along the lines of, don't marry that guy. Don't marry the first person that asks you. Give it time. But, just down to earth, sensible suggestions. And there are 60 of them in the article. So I really suggest if you want a good read, grab a cup of tea, coffee, glass of wine, and just go sit down. And just know that younger women, they haven't thought of some of this. They're still dealing with issues that you dealt with when you were younger and thought you were never going to figure out. And now you've figured them out, you can give some advice back, make it positive for them. So I hope you found that useful. And maybe it's given you a moment to think about some of the things you could share. I think it'd be really wonderful to do that. And especially not even young people in your workplace. It's young people that you work with, or that friends of daughters, or women that you've met in other areas of your life. Really important. So that's our inspiration for the day. I hope that you're doing great. Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much for supporting Mornings with 60andMe. It really does mean a lot to me to know you're here. And just that I'm surrounded by women who give this kind of advice. I just feel so honored to be part of this community. We're all over the world. We're global. We're of all different stages of, kind of being in our 60s. And I just am so proud that we've created this amazing group. So thank you. And tell a friend. Tell them to go up to 60andme.com/mornings. And if you haven't been up there yourself to register, go ahead and do that. Then we can send you a note when everything comes out on your email. So thanks again for being here. And my question for today is, let's just continue this conversation about advice for younger women. And just tell us, what is some advice that you would like to give to a woman half your age? I look forward to reading your comments and joining in the conversation, and thank you again for being here. Have a fabulous day, everybody, and we'll see you all back here tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Bye-bye for now.